Welcome to day 214 of TFIF 365. And I have been running around today, taking care of some business before I leave the country again. And so I almost forgot about this, but I really wanted to bring up something because I had an experience today. I had a meeting with the development team for Mastodon, right? And some of y'all just ain't ready for this work. I'm just and I have no patience. I just really have no patience for quote unquote good white folks who think they're doing good work, and yet when you tell them that and you provide data that their good work is not only ineffective, but is problematic and harmful, y'all just ain't ready for it. Y'all just spin out, y'all get defensive. If you can't deal with a little bit of discomfort when the people who are telling you that they're being targeted for harm, real pain, and you can't deal with your discomfort, I have nothing for you. Absolutely nothing. So I'm on a call because, as I've said, the last few days, um, I've been called a nigger on Mastodon. I don't know how many times recently, in the last week since it's been a week since last Friday, and during that time, how Mastodon is set up, it's hard for the moderators on my space and I don't even want to get into how Mastodon is, decentralized, centralized. That's not what this conversation is about. But how it's set up is you're on these instances which are moderated, and your instance gets to talk to the whole Fediverse, right? And Mastodon is a part of the Fediverse. And I'm getting all these racist, white supremacists, talk about that. They don't bother me because I'm used to it. As long as nobody's threatening my person, I don't care. That's what white supremacists do. It's not unique behavior. It's not, I don't like it, but I'm not gonna cower in a corner because of it, right? It's predictable. I come from people who we've been dealing with this shit for generations. So I'm on a call to explain my lived experience. What I don't want from you, Mr. CEO, is excuses why your tools and your technology aren't doing what you think they do when I'm telling you they don't. This is not a tool or technology problem. This is a people problem. This is a community problem. And because you have not done the work to ensure that you were community focused first, you're having these problems. So none of the tools or technology you think you're deploying are going to solve these problems because you don't understand the problem, nor do you understand, have any idea of how to fix the problem, right? And so I just had to end that conversation abruptly because what I will not do is allow mediocre, unremarkable white dudes to tell me, to out-talk me, to interrupt me when I'm the expert in the room. And why am I the expert in the room? Because it's my damn lived experience that I'm talking about, right? So you don't get to comment, you don't get to disrupt, you don't get to make excuses, you don't get to anything. You just sit your ass there, good white person, and just take what the fuck I'm saying, because this is my life. If you're uncomfortable with what I'm saying, just imagine what I'm feeling by going through it, by being targeted by this. And this is where I warned about the other day about numbers does not equal coalitions, communities, or solidarity. And this is where white folks drop the ball every time when it comes to coalition building, because y'all cannot deal with any kind of discomfort. And so you project it onto other people, causing them harm. Whenever whiteness isn't uncomfortable, everybody else has to deal with the consequences of white discomfort, which means we're targeted and harmed. And I'm not doing that. That's not what we're going to have in a supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free future. And I'm saying this, and I want to be very clear. You good white people are the reason why we've never been able to get to where you say you want us to go. Because you cannot deal with your own feelings. You do not know how to manage your feelings, and you make it everybody else's problem but your own, and you inflict harm in doing that. And I'm not going to be inflicted by it. So yeah, I hung up. We were on a Zoom call or Google call or whatever the hell it was, and he kept interrupting, and I just hung up because, you know what, sir? I don't value you that much. Not as a person. This has nothing to do with your as a person, but as a technologist. When I'm coming in as the expert, I don't value your opinion here because if you could have fixed it, you wouldn't need me on the call. That's the bottom line. If you could have fixed the problem on your own, you wouldn't need me on the call. And that's a thing that gets me with mediocre, unremarkable white dudes in tech. Y'all are forever thinking y'all the experts in the room when most times you are the least informed, least enlightened, and more apt to cause harm. And until good white folks figure that out, we're not gonna, you're holding us back. You're holding us back. Good white folks, y'all are holding us back because y'all cannot deal with your emotions. The white supremacists, they don't have to manage their emotions because they're with other white supremacists. So they don't, whoever they harm, they're going to do whatever they want to. But if you're talking about being in inclusion, being in a community that is inclusive, and you're talking about equity, and you're talking about, again, supremacy free, coercion free, discrimination free, and exploitation free, I need good white folks to go to therapy, get you some edibles, whatever you need to do, so that you can start doing some self-evaluation, self-reflecting, and holding yourself accountable for your fucking feelings, because it's nobody else's responsibility to manage your feelings. And I know that was probably the first time this white dude has ever been quote unquote hung up on. But what I'm not gonna do is have someone again with no experience, no idea what it's like to live this way when someone is throwing racist slurs at you on their platform and it's everybody's fault but theirs. Yeah, no, that's not how leadership works. That's not what a leader does. A leader takes responsibility, even if you can't do anything to fix it right now, right? This is not something that's going to happen overnight. Even if you can't fix it right now, you take responsibility for what the fuck is happening. But a lot of that can't do it because everybody has these lawyers and everybody wants to, mitigate their exposure to risk or exposure to being sued. I get that. I get all of that. I get all of that. But this was a conversation and he put his fucking foot in it and he lost. Not that he had respect for me, but from me. But yeah, I'm done. Y'all just ain't ready. Y'all not ready for this. And I need y'all to get ready because it's not just black and brown folks who are going to be harmed. As y'all seeing, it's coming after y'all too. So until tomorrow, peace. Become a sustaining supporter of my work at kimcreighton.com/support-the-work.